Hello and welcome to Co-Creating with Cosmic Holly. Today we will be discussing the Pisces first quarter moon at 9 degrees Pisces happening on November 28th, 2025. This moon is connected to last week's new moon in Scorpio that happened on the 20th of November 2025. And it's also connected to its own lunar family. So if you look at a lunar gestation cycle, it's connected to the new moon in Pisces from 9 months ago. So on February 28th, we had a new moon at 9 degrees Pisces. So in either of those experiences, in either of those time periods, you may be you might be feeling like you're getting a little bit of clarity or some kind of expansion on some events that happened last week or that happened 9 months ago. If you put intentions out there, you might be starting to see what's beginning to grow from those intentions. You still might not have total clarity on what they are, but the sprouts are starting to happen. And if you haven't set intentions, you still have time. There's still time to plant what it is you'd like. Like you may be getting information where you're like, now I know what it is I'd like to do. And so sometimes the square, because that's what a quarter moon is. It's a square to the sun. Can bring about inspiration. It can bring about, a desire. Sometimes when we feel friction, it can be frustrating. But if we allow it to be something that is moving toward clarity, we can see it as information in order to move in whatever direction we wish to do. Pisces moon, I would say to move toward your dreams. Like what is it that you're dreaming? What is it you're wanting to create? There's an inspiring energy right now. So sometimes that friction can actually be inspiration, like, I have this idea. If I follow through on it, I might have to change my life a little bit or a lot. And I think that's why people don't follow through very often on inspiration, because it means that, you're going to have to do things differently. There could be an energy right now where you might be getting clear on needing to get help for substance abuse. Sometimes Pisces is connected to substances or alcohol. So that's something to be aware of, especially around the holidays. We have, in the United States, we have Thanksgiving coming up tomorrow. So, sometimes if you need help, this is a really good time to make sure you reach out to people who can be helpful for you. Or if you need to go to a meeting, go to a meeting. It can signify wild weather. We can experience some really beautiful creativity right now, or inspiration through art, music, the cinema. So through culture that really takes us out of our everyday and expands our imagination. The thing with Pisces is that whatever seeds you're planting in Pisces, you sort of don't know what direction they're going to take. So it really is allowing yourself to trust and really open to imagination. Pisces is ruled by both Jupiter and Neptune. They both want to expand. Neptune is dreams. Jupiter is luck, you know. I wanted to read something from Caroline Casey's book, Making the Gods Work for You. I love her work, and she's so inspiring to me. So this is what she says about the moon in Pisces. The moon in Pisces says, I belong to an ancient tradition that understands that dreams and poetry are what keep a community healthy. So we are the mystic oracular custodians of our culture's myths and dreams. We keep the community's history alive through the oral tradition of poetry. We build altars and temples and mentor the imaginations of children. So if you are feeling inspired, this is really a time to honor your creativity. So that little nudge, like the square, the friction can be a nudge to be creative, a nudge to follow your dreams. Like, really listen to your dreams. And right now, last week I spoke about Neptune and Uranus being in a sextile, and they're both retrograde. So Neptune is in Pisces right now, and when it leaves Pisces in a few months, we're never going to see it again. We're never going to see Neptune moving through Pisces ever again. So really allow yourself to take the time to notice what it is you're dreaming. Notice what pivots you need to make in order to bring your dreams to life. Pay attention to your dreams. So, when you go to sleep, if you have, maybe set the intention that you're going to write your dreams down when you wake up. So you may be, if you look back to see what your intentions were last week, or what your intentions were 9 months ago, or if you started something 9 months ago, if something started to move into action, what is unfolding for you now? How do you want to expand it? What are your dreams around it? Pisces really wants to know, how can you make poetry out of your dreams? Right now as well, Black Moon Lilith and Venus are conjunct at 27 degrees Scorpio. And I would say, okay, conjunct means that they're at the same degree in the sky. And Venus is about beauty and love, and Black Moon Lilith is about, refusing to submit to supremacy. So both of those things in my mind are both great. So that combined in Scorpio, and Scorpio is about secrets and power and transformation. Black Moon Lilith really urges us to be ourselves, and to nurture those places that are on the the edge of what is repressive, suppressive, oppressive in our culture. Like, what are those things about yourself that have been repressed, suppressed, oppressed, that you can look at and nurture, or have some kind of expression. Venus would say to express those aspects of yourself in a loving way, in a beautiful way. In fact, you know, in Scorpio, there's deep feeling connected to it all. And like I said, there's transformation, there's power, but there's a metaphysical, alchemical desire to express those aspects of ourselves that are exiled. And Venus would say to take the time to get to know those aspects of yourself, because those aspects are powerful and will create metaphysical transformation, and to see the beauty in those aspects and to be loving with those aspects. Nothing matters, really. There's no solution without beauty and without love. Beauty is the thing that makes us want to live. Without beauty, there really isn't life, or life is very sterile. It's anesthetic, right? So there's this energy right now where we're looking at our dreams and how we can open them and expand them, and maybe noticing where, you know, our lives might be, change might be coming up, and also trusting, okay, we're going back to Pisces, trusting something bigger than ourselves to help us experience that change. It's like we make the pivot, we get nudged, and then we move forward. With Black Moon, Lilith, and Venus also, like whole sign, in the whole sign of Pisces and the whole sign of Scorpio, they're in a trine. Very, very, it's a very, very wide one, but they're all water right now. So there's a movement and a flow that's happening. And also we have Neptune right now at the end of Pisces as well. So there's all this water energy that's happening, and water moves, water flows. So let whatever is moving right now be something bigger than the reality. We have our everyday reality, especially this week, where people are driving and traveling and doing whatever it is that they do. Mercury's still retrograde. We have to take our time. You know, when we're traveling, we have to take our time when we're dealing with pretty much everything, especially when it comes to travel right now. So slow down. If you can, like, take a few, even if it's like, okay, like for instance, this week I was doing work with some friends, and I told them, I said, wait on, you know, it was very physical work, and I was getting frustrated because everybody was talking at once, and I just said, hang on a minute, I need to be quiet. I'm starting to feel myself get angry, and because I'm overwhelmed. And I just need like 2 minutes of just like quiet so that I can recenter myself. And they said, oh, okay. And then we were able to get it was great. You might not have the chance to say to somebody, I need to take 2 minutes because I'm feeling angry, but you could say, I need 2 minutes, or I need 3 minutes. And take the time. And you might have to do that throughout the day, but like check in with yourself, right? Is this beautiful? Is this loving? Is this feeling suppressive, oppressive, repressive? I'm you know, honestly, you're not having that energy right now. You're not having it. So can you allow the expression of the aspect of yourself that, you know, isn't having it? And our culture is is a lot of those things, right? What did I write? It's the refusal to submit to supremacy. Can you allow that refusal to be beautiful? Can you allow that refusal to be art? Can you allow that refusal to be poetry? Can you allow that refusal to be music? And I'd say all those things, art, poetry, music, cinema, all those things are, at least for me, a refusal of supremacy. So this week we're really being asked to step up. And if you're having a really hard time, what was this? We build altars and temples and mentor the imaginations of children. If you can take some time to maybe see yourself and see the people around you as children, right? Sometimes we need to remember that we're children of the universe. And that we were all once, like someone who you might be really frustrated with, they were a child at one point, and an innocent child, and free of programming, free of you know, society's repression, suppression, oppression, supremacy. There's one. Haven't even looked. I don't even know what it is. Got one more. Okay. Whew. Well. All right. We have the Seven of Wands. Just like that. And the King of Swords. So Seven of Wands is standing your ground, standing up for what you believe in. You might be getting pushed into almost this feeling of rebellion. Now, here we have, it came up reversed. And so there's, you know, and I talked about this being passion too. There is, you know, you've had all of this build up for something that you really believe in and feel passionately about. And there may be this sense right now where that you might be feeling like wavering or abandoning or letting it go. With the King of Swords as well, the King of Swords has you thinking about the bigger picture of what it is that you're trying to express. So this is an interesting, I find this really interesting because, you know, the king thinks about the place, the kingdom, and if you take away king, kingdom, right? So this may simply be like, you might have something you feel very passionately about, but, you know, and you could be standing your ground, but do you want to be arguing with someone who you really don't need to be arguing with? You know, I was talking about like Black Moon, Lilith, and Venus. Can you express what it is, right? Because you're gonna be feeling this. Like if you're not agreeing with there's a lot going on right now, and you know, the holidays can be a hard time for people. This reverse might be like, this week is not the week that I kind of push what it is that I am feeling very strongly about, this conviction that I have. On the other hand, and this is, if you can express this in a way that's beautiful and poetic, rather than in a combative way, that's what this is what it feels like to me, because you're going to be able to come back to expressing yourself soon. Mercury's going to go direct, and there may be this spurring right now where it's like, I don't need to say it out. I don't need to say it out loud. And the King of Swords may be like, I don't need to fight this battle right now. I have to think of my kin. I have to think of the kinship. And that might be making this feel a little bit pressed. So there is going to be some tension this week. But I feel like the way to navigate it is to see if you can make art out of whatever it is you feel strongly about. See if you can be creative with it. And the King lets you, there's a master of communication. What's the word? Oh yeah, communication. The King here may be feeling like, we don't need, not with these people, not right now. You don't need to put your energy, put the energy of your expression, of your self-expression, of who you are, into something bigger than the particular situations. And the King is always thinking of the bigger picture, of like how something can be expressed in a way that nurtures the kingdom. I don't know why I did that. I think it's just in time for Thanksgiving. I hope that's helpful. So if you're feeling like I said, if you're feeling like, you're like your buttons are being pushed a little bit, take the time out. Take a time out. Take a breath. If you need to, step away and go to the bathroom, splash some water on your face, and ask for a solution for the expression in your dreams. How do with your dreams before you go to sleep? May I have if it's still bugging you by the time you go to sleep, how can I express myself in a way? How can I remain true to my creative impulse, my spiritual impulse, and express myself? Because this is going to feel a little bit pressed down. You're going to feel it. Venus is there to help, like I was saying earlier. Let's see. I'm going to just see what's on the bottom of the deck, just because, wow. Oh, I got the Hangman. Yeah. Wait. Allow yourself to see another perspective. This is also Neptunian energy. So again, let yourself find the answer in your dreams. Let your dreams help you find a way to express yourself. Okay. Have a beautiful week. See you next week. We're going to have a full moon in Gemini. And hey, that's a great one for expression. So, you know, being able to, that word expression sometimes makes me laugh. Being able to speak and have a good time. All right. Be safe out there. If you'd like to get a reading from me, holly-troy.com/tarot. You can also get live readings from me, like in-person readings. You know, you can get live readings from me on Zoom by going to holly-troy.com/tarot. Or pre-recorded meetings if you prefer. Or you can get in-person readings in Red Hook, upstate New York, at Medica Magica. So you go to medicamagica.com and you can book a reading with me there. All right. Peace and love. Have a beautiful week.